Ram Jethmalani is with me live. Mr. Jethmalani, good evening and belatedly a very happy birthday. You are?
Thank you so much.
Well, you're most welcome. But Mr. Jethmalani, having wished you, let me now begin to ask you the series of questions which I have in this case. You picked up the Asaram case, and I'm not among those people who will question your right to defend even the indefensible. Criminal lawyers are known to defend the indefensible. My question is, why would India's best known and most celebrated criminal lawyer find defaming the victim the only way of defending Asaram? Is defaming the victim the only way to build your case, Mr. Jethmalani?
You are wrongly informed, absolutely wrongly informed, but I must tell you that my instructions are that the story of the girl is false, and it is my duty to do my best to establish that defense. And so far as what you have in mind, I was reading the remand application of the police. The police have said that we have collected all the evidence about the diseases of the girl. Now, I don't know what it means. I have merely told the court that kindly ask the police prosecutor, the public prosecutor, to keep those documents about the alleged diseases of the girl ready. I said that there is evidence that this girl does suffer from some kind of a disorder, because she has not fainted once, but she has fainted many more times before, and that she had shown a proclivity not to continue her education in that school.
Mr. Jethmalani, Mr. Jethmalani, you see, again, I'm going to say this, but you are, I mean, one does not expect from a well-known, renowned and celebrated criminal lawyer like you that your line of argument will be that the girl suffers from a psychological condition which results in women wanting to be alone with men. What kind of a disorder is this? I mean, I've seen what you've said. You have said we have a record of a condition. This psychological condition is making a desire to meet men alone.
Please understand now. Please take it from me. Please take it from me now.
Yes.
Take it from me that this is wholly false. It is bad reporting by some unintelligent and ununderstanding members of the press. It is wholly false. I never said anything of that kind. And my statement is entirely different. And unfortunately, I am in no condition to disclose it to you.
Well, I mean, Mr. Jethmalani, it is all over the press. And you can't today turn around on that because you realize that you made a faux pas. Because in fact...
Now listen, please.
No, why don't...
listen,
Mr. Jethmalani.
Listen, I refuse to submit myself to my conduct in court, and certainly to my dear friend like you. But I will not do it. You can draw whatever inferences you like.
No, but Mr. Jethmalani, once again, it was Asaram who asked the girl's parents...
I'm sorry that I have to follow my rules of professional conduct. I will not enter into a public debate about my defense.
Is it in your rules of public conduct to vilify a 15-year-old girl, Mr. Jethmalani? I now want, two of our panelists also want to ask you questions.
Now, please, this is your judgment about it. I don't even wish to tell you anything more, except that what you are doing is totally unfair and uncalled for.
Certainly not. It has been reported that Jethmalani did not mention the exact mental disorder, but said that in that condition, quote, one feels like meeting men alone. So, Mr. Jethmalani, in my limited understanding, that amounts to character assassination of the victim.
Question asked by the court. You are going by the word of some illiterate pressmen who don't understand English.
This is your quote. We have a condition about her condition. He told the court, and I quote again, this psychological condition is making a desire to meet men alone, unquote. Mr. Jethmalani, you said this when you arrived in Jodhpur and argued for Asaram's bail application.
I'm sorry, it is wrong. It is wrong. Will you please take it and report it by all means?
not
please
only,
don't enter into a debate
not
on
only,
this question with
no,
me.
not only have you done
I
that.
am not prepared to discuss it with
No,
you.
but not only Mr. Jethmalani have you done
Will
that.
you stop doing this, Rab?
Mr.
Please don't cross your limits. I don't allow you ever to do this.
But Mr.
Please don't do that.
But Mr. Jethmalani, did you not say that the girl is not a minor? Did you not say that? Did you?
I did not say anything of that kind. You don't even know what I said. And I don't propose to tell you.
Mr. Jethmalani, by saying, you are saying the girl has a problem. What is the girl's problem? Your basic point is that the girl has a problem. Or will you even say on Newshour tonight that you didn't say that? You said the girl has a problem. Come on, Mr. Jethmalani. You did say that.
But listen.
Yes.
Listen, what I said is entirely different. What I said is entirely different, that there are known to medical jurisprudence people who have lied about rape.
Abbas Singh wants to ask you a counter question. Abbas Singh, what has a counter for you, Mr. Jethmalani? Abbas Singh.
Mr. Jethmalani, if you have talked about the diseases, then Indian Evidence Act Section 45 clearly says you should have made an application for a medical opinion of the status, not made such sweeping comments. It is shocking that a senior lawyer like you is casting aspersions. And you could have, why did you go for a bail application? You should have asked for a medical opinion expert.
Instead of saying shut up and don't ask such questions. No, I will not answer that question of yours.
But Mr. Jethmalani,
please don't do this.
And one more thing, why not an in-camera trial?
I am not prepared to do anything.
The rape cases are supposed to be in-camera trial. Why such a public media trial in this? Why the character assassination? It should have been an in-camera as per 327(2) of the IPC. Is it not a professional?
Now you please go to court and be present in court.
But Mr. Jethmalani,
I'm not in a duty to report anything to you.
Mr. Jethmalani, you are making these claims about the problem is with the girl. I'm sure you are aware that the ACP,
I have given you 5 minutes or 10 minutes.
Give me 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes.
I have to leave.
5 more minutes, Mr. Jethmalani. So it just complete.
No, not 5 minutes. If you are asking, if you persist in repeating the same question, you are only trying to cause a miscarriage of justice.
But this question, Mr. Jethmalani, please don't.
You don't know what you are thinking.
This question, Mr. Jethmalani, which I am asking.
You don't know what you actually are doing.
I am only basically asking you, Mr. Jethmalani, that is it not a responsibility here to, you can argue whatever case, but is the first line of attack going to be that which vilifies?
I know my responsibility. You can complain of lack of responsibility to anybody you like, including those who listen to your interview.
It's all right, Mr. Jethmalani.
Please don't. But I will not give you a chance. If you don't stop this, I will stop it.
1 minute, okay. 1 minute, Mr. Don't walk out.
I'm going to stop it now.
1 minute, Mr. Jethmalani. Here the other side. Shazia wants to say something here.
Sorry.
1 second, Shazia.
I'm sorry, I have no desire.
Mr. Jethmalani, hear the other side, please.
No, 1 minute.
Please hear the other side.
We want to know.
No, I'm not prepared to hear the other side because
highly concerned.
I am under no duty to talk to members of the press.
1 minute, Mr. Jethmalani. Please don't get worked up here. There's a question being put that is the line of defense. Okay, Mr. Jethmalani has left the discussion.
Please tell him that
Mr. Jethmalani has left the discussion, but Shazia has to make a point.
Women of this country want to know character assassination of a rape victim when we talk of an in-camera trial. How could you even talk of it that she is of unsound mind? Why not a medical opinion?
Mr. Jethmalani has left the Newshour Debate. Shazia has a point to make. Shazia.
It's strange that Mr. Jethmalani was so rattled. He didn't allow your question to come in. Now, if indeed he said that, the fact is, rape by its very nature is not consensual. It's against the will. So is he vilifying the girl? Is he casting aspersions on the girl to defend his client? If you look at his legal repertoire, right from Manu Sharma to all the crooks you can think of, he has been defending them, starting from Haji Mastan. So this is his job. But the fact is, we cannot allow clever lawyers to use law to subvert justice, which is exactly what's happening in this case.
Besides, a more fundamental point is, however sharp and, experienced a lawyer Mr. Jethmalani may be, a more pressing issue at this point is this, that, the policemen have said and others have said, those who know the girl have said, she's an intelligent, sharp girl. The ACP said the girl is not mentally unstable. And the only point I find quite worrying in this case is, and I think if Mr. Jethmalani has a right to defend Asaram, so do we have a right to question the way he may be carrying out his defense, Shazia. I don't think there's anything to be taken exception to in that. I don't.
But I think it's very unfair to
Yeah.
point out to a girl's neurological condition, to say she suffers from some sort of a disease. What on earth are they talking about? Are they taking it back to the age-old argument she asked for it? Isn't that an unfair and a fallacious argument, and a very sad one?
You see, when
doesn't it lead again to the situation where we question a girl and her character instead of the man who should be indeed be questioned for his attempt to rape against a minor?
The worst thing is that you put the onus, you create a situation, Abha, where you sort of muddy the waters. You create a situation and you put the onus on the victim. Essentially, what the defense in this case is building up a case like this. You put the onus on that girl to prove that she, is normal and that she does not have problems. While Mr. Jethmalani has the right to build any case the way he wants, I don't think this is going to fly. What sense do you get?
Definitely not. Now the burden of proof is on Asaram. He has to prove that he is not guilty instead of casting aspersions on the girl or a criminal. It is a professional misconduct, I would say, of the lawyer, that the sanctity of the rape trial is not being upheld in this case. They are trying to just malign the girl, and this itself shows how hollow they are. Why did Asaram in the first place run away if he was not guilty? Why did he hide behind bars for so many days? Why did the police not arrest him immediately? These are the questions which are already there, and now when you're trying to put the blame on the girl, it clearly shows that they have nothing to say. And when the law clearly says that expert opinion has to be taken, Mr. Jethmalani rightly should have made an application to the court that let us get a medical opinion of the girl's health rather than talking of such.
In fact, I have another point.
Yeah, in fact, if Mr. Jethmalani had not walked off the Newshour, which I frankly take exception to, Mr. Jethmalani asks questions such as this. I think Mr. Jethmalani, with great respect, should also be open to being asked the questions. And one question I would have liked to ask him is, when he says that the girl potentially has a problem and tries to cloud the situation and make it muddy, my question is, the personal attendant of Asaram had said that he regularly met women alone at night in his quote-unquote dhyan ki kutia or meditation hut to heal them. So maybe he is the one with a psychological condition. So, you can say anything about the girl. You can say anything about the girl, but I do not think any prosecution, any police in this case has ever talked about problems with the girl. Yes, Shazia.
Some of us are not enamored by this great, supposedly great legal repertoire of Mr. Jethmalani. He also is not above the law. He could be a brilliant lawyer. He might have defended the likes of Haji Mastan, Manu Sharma, YSR Reddy, Kanimori, all of them, Yadurappa. But the fact of the matter is, here he is casting aspersions on a 15-year-old and defending Asaram. That does not allow him to talk about the girl's alleged diseases. I don't know what on earth is he referring to.
He has, as a lawyer,
if he's so vicious
as a lawyer, he has a right to pick.
Allow anybody, the most celebrated legal minds or anybody for that matter, to cast aspersions on women and girls when they go out and report cases.
Mr. Jethmalani,
in this very misogynistic, patriarchal society.
Mr. Jethmalani has a right to argue the case for anyone. We have a right to ask the questions. That's a limited. I'll close it here. Mr. Jethmalani walked off the Newshour debate today, but the questions will be asked. Is questioning the girl the only argument left in this case? We'll follow this in great detail. Last word to you.
One small point I would say, that 103 of the IPC says that burden of proof as to a particular fact is on Asaram and his lawyers.
Totally.
If there was something, Mr. Jethmalani should have given some recourse to show. Without just making big issues like this without any proof is absolutely wrong. It is against the Indian Penal Code. He had to give the proof.
Well, I think by saying the girl has a problem, by claiming that she is not a minor, in other words, it's putting an insinuation on the girl, and we're questioning it. Mr. Jethmalani walked off, but the story continues. We'll debate this, we'll follow this. Abha and Shazia, thank you very much. Thank you.